Okay, so we're live on YouTube, and now we're live on Twitch and everything else. Okay. Um, Let me test the
Hello?
audio real quick. Can you chill out? Can you be quiet? Like the people can hear us. I have to test. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna listen in now. Hold on. Twitch, load, please. Like the people can hear us. I have to test. Okay, say something. Listen
Oh,
now. Hold on.
I got the sudden urge to
Twitch,
start
load,
singing
please.
copyrighted music.
Oh gosh. Okay, say something. Oh. Yeah, you sound good. Okay. Um,
Okay.
Let me mute. Let me mute real quick. Let me make sure the people are in, and then we'll start in like a minute. Hello, you guys. What is going on? We are back for another episode of. Why is there a chat in YouTube? Uh oh. Uh oh. I'm nervous.
Already screwed it up, bro.
Already nervous. But no. We are here. Let me see what this chat, what this YouTube chat is about. I'm nervous.
Hey,
Um.
y'all.
Oh gosh. I can't see the message. Uh oh. That's fun. But hello, you
Welcome to
guys.
live chat.
Welcome.
Remember to guard your privacy.
What? What are
That's
you even saying, man?
my bad.
Um. But hell, I don't even think I can see the chat. What's going on YouTube? Why is my chat not popping up? We'll figure this out.
I can see the chat. I can see chat.
Wait. I think I got it. Um. Oh, now I can see it. Okay. Maybe I'm tweaking out. Maybe I'm the problem. But hello. Oh, it's just you. Okay. We got ops on the call. We got ops on the stream. Um, but but hello, you guys. Welcome back to Cake Radio Live. I'm the Cake Dive, and I am here with Aiden once again. Say hello to the people, Aiden.
Hello to the people, Aiden.
Okay. um, but we're back with another Big Brother live stream recap for season 27. I hope you guys are doing well tonight, and I hope you guys are ready for another recap of the episode. I hope I sound good. I hope Aiden sounds good. Because I remember last stream I did, the girls were saying I was too quiet. And Aiden wasn't here last time we did the stream. Cause what was what was going on? You was on vacation,
I
right?
was digging in my butt.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, don't forget to smile, guys. No, I'm playing. But um, Aiden was not here for the stream. Can I even monetize this stream on YouTube now, or are they gonna be like, no,
Oh, my
because
bad.
it's too.
I know.
Man's talking about digging in his butt on the stream, and You're gonna cost us.
You said it
You go,
again. You're making it less monetizable.
well, it's okay. It is what it is. But no, we're here for another recap of the Big Brother Show, season 27. What episode are we on? Episode I don't know.
Uh, is it
But
like wait, hold on. Six,
mhm,
7, 7, right?
I think so. Has it really been 7 episodes? Um, feels like we're going so fast, but we are here.
Ah,
Um, do we? Okay, let's just hop into it, I guess. There are
yeah,
a lot has a lot was going. Well, I was about to say a lot has was going on this episode, but I feel like three things were just three things were happening. Um,
yeah.
but we got to recap last week's episode because I didn't do stream on Thursday. So Aiden, let the people know what happened on last week's episode of Big Brother. Cookie, not cookies. Cookie. A big bag with just one cookie in it.
Okay. Well, Big Brother last week. Nothing. I nothing. I mean, everything happened, but nothing happened. Let's be real. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, here's the thing. Live eviction episodes, almost nothing ever really happens on the episode, and that's
Mm-hmm.
basically what happened. I mean, we know what happened. The BB blockbuster happened. We saw the three people duke it out to see who won. Um, why am I forgetting? Oh my God! Wait, who won? I'm forgetting who won. But anyway, Amy lost because she got evicted. Who I feel
Adrian
I'm so sorry for
Adrian
it.
won the blockbuster, but like
Adrian won the blockbuster. Yeah, you're right.
I
Okay, yeah, Adrian won the blockbuster.
mm-hmm.
So then it was Will and Amy. And sorry to Amy, who I insulted last time on accident. But Amy's now out of the game. Um, and that is not surprising and makes a lot of sense. She is basically she was kind of seen in the house as like Rachel's like number one. Basically, like it was just a way to weaken Rachel, and everyone liked Will. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. If
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't get Keanu or Kelly out, why not get her out?
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah, that was last episode. Not much
Well,
happened. I
you
mean, don't get
forgot
me
one.
wrong.
You
It was
well,
it was
well,
fine.
you forgot one thing.
What did I forget?
You forgot that Julie Chen was like looking at Will, being like, "Can I be your lemon drop?" She's like, "So am I your lemon
So
drop?"
Julie
Like
Chen,
she's trying to get away from
she
Les.
was
She's trying to get away
she
from
was
Les
trying to get some
Moonves.
Will.
She was, hey, she wanted some of that chocolate drop. She wanted to be her lemon drop. She wanted to be his lemon drop. Hey, I, I
Listen,
understand the hustle.
oh, you understand it.
I understand it.
You know what? I understand it in the case of she's married to him.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we don't break homes here,
Well,
but
yes.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that you know,
No,
even though
you're saying a lot.
Will is an older man, yes, but I think that he is very charming. I understand the appeal of
Yes.
Will, and that's all there is to it. Um,
You know what? Period.
talking about some damn period.
I said,
Anyways,
hello.
um, talking about some period. Okay. Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay. But this episode of Big Brother, we also not a lot was going on. I feel like it was very straightforward. I feel like three things were happening this episode. It was Amy gets sent home. Well, that's not three. I was about to be giving Charles Barkley in that clip from Inside the NBA in which he was like, Chris Nash is Steve Nash and Chris Paul must see TV. That's more than two words. Like, that's what I was about to be given for a second. Um, but the big three things that were happening this episode was there was today's challenge, which was like listening to like it was like the twin thing in which they were like looking at like
The twins from
the twins
BB17.
telling yep the twins telling the story and them having to like remember everything from the story. Which I know if I was on Big Brother, I would have lost that immediately because I'm bad at like remembering stuff. Like if I don't like care about
Mhm.
it, if you ask me what's going on, I'm gonna be like, oh, nah. A trick question. That's a great question. Um, but that was kind of that was big thing number one. Obviously, was it Catherine? What's that? What is
Lauren,
that white girl? Warren. I listen.
Lauren.
I when Lauren won, I had the same reaction that Rachel had, in which I when she did the confessional and she was like, "Wait, who is Lauren again?" Like that's how I felt because Lauren, up until this episode, has been like one of the most forgettable people of the season. Like I feel like
She's done nothing.
she's done nothing. Like I know, like you and I were dragging Zay for a minute, on the streams and on the recap, but
Yes.
like at least Zay, like near the end, had some importance. Oh, I'm sitting here. I was like, Lauren. I feel like I have not seen Lauren at all since the first episode until like today, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so she won HOH. So okay, whatever that means. um, so that was the big thing number one. Big thing number two was Mickey freaking out about possibly being on the block. Like she was stressed about being on the block. Like she was reacting similarly to like Ashley when Ashley was being put on the block during like Showergate, um,
Yeah,
the
let's
Showergate
talk about
era.
this. Why was she so scared?
Hmm.
Why was she so scared?
I
I
don't
feel
know
like I
why.
missed something. Right?
I don't know why Mickey was so scared. I think Mickey was scared because of the fact that like, as everyone knows, Lauren was one of the most unimportant people of the show until recently, and like everyone was saying how like she's a wild card. I don't think she's a wild card. I just think people were not talking to her at all, and now she's like important and people are like, oh, so like what do we do now? um
Yeah.
so I think Mickey was like, I have not interacted with this lady once, and I'm worried she's just gonna put me on the block for some reason because I was like the second person. I was like the second in the racing to get the um power of HOH. So I think she was thinking that that was the target, and I'm also thinking that producers probably like pulled her aside and was like, "Hey, you might be on the block because of this." Like I think producers probably pulled her aside and suggested something because like they're like based off what we were
Mm,
seeing in the episode, there wasn't really a reason for her to like freak out the way that she was freaking out. Um, and then so that was big thing number three, and then well number two, big thing number three was the nominations, obviously. But I don't even think it was that big because it was like the most
mm.
it was the like dumbest nominations so far this season, I think. Because like, well, Aiden, hey Aiden, what were the
Okay.
nominations? Who was
So the
nominated?
nominations
Mm-hmm.
were Keanu, Kelly, and Will. Now, these okay, so here's the thing. Keanu and
Right.
Kelly, they're not bad nominations necessarily. They're both people who have like rubbed everyone the wrong way in the house.
Mm-hmm.
They're just really boring. Like it's the same people. Like from a TV in a point of uh, from a TV stand view, it's like
Mm-hmm.
just like oh, it's the same people from last week. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like targets, I guess, but they're targets because people find them like obnoxious, not because of anything real, you know.
Right.
But the where it goes bad is Will. Will
Mm-hmm.
is such a like genuinely. The more I think about it, he said it himself. He explained it perfectly in the episode. But the more I think about it, the worse it becomes. Lauren, I don't think Lauren winning this week was certainly a bad thing at all. If anything, she's been silent and off the radar outside of like Catherine. Like she could use this opportunity to be like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. You have
Mm-hmm.
a chance to like do something. And she picks Will as a pawn, which one, pawns go home. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
Two, why? Like, what do you gain from Will being gone? Why not just make a bigger move? Why not go for someone like Jimmy? Why not go for someone like Zach? Why not go for someone like Ashley, and like
Mhm.
even go for Mickey or something, like just anything except Will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In my opinion, I think that she has cost herself the game because she okay, this is such a niche like reference that I'm about to do because no one saw the movie. But remember in Alto Nights in which like the person the one
no
person
one
mentioning
remembers,
the
bro.
Alto
No
Nights.
one remembers.
No one remembers it, but you know the reference that you see in the trailer and also in the movie, in which he's like, "You can't be half gangster, half good person. You can't have it both ways." I feel like Lauren was trying to have it both ways, and that's gonna cost her the game because, like, on one hand, she picked the most obvious picks for like nomination for elimination this week, which were Keanu and Kelly. One because like everyone has been saying their names for because of the fact that they're both obnoxious. Um, and also I think Kelly is smart, but it's to the point. Kelly's smart in putting herself up in the sense that like because she isn't smart. I think and well okay, she's smart in the sense that
I
like
love both Kelly and Keanu, but
her
they're
putting
not like. Let's be
her
real.
right her putting herself up as like for elimination each time is like by design. Like I know what she's doing, and I feel like it was such a rookie move for like this lady to be like, oh, let's put you up another time. And even when Kelly came to her and was like, I think you should just put me up. So the fact that like she came to you and said, put me up, and you didn't question it was like odd. Because like I don't feel like they have an alliance to each other either. Like but I also don't know because like I I wasn't paying attention to this lady until 2 seconds ago. So like there's that point, and then I also agree with you in the sense with Will. Like even Will in his confessional was talking about how this like him being a pawn didn't make sense. One because he does not want to be a pawn because he was already put up on the block and he is the like group favorite, but also because of the fact that there are other like he literally pointed out the same things that you pointed out. There are other strategic moves that she could have done to put on the block. Like I feel like it was a mistake for her not to put Jimmy up. Um
Hmm.
like I feel like Jimmy was the smart move considering that he was HOH and I thought he was going to be an obvious pick considering that he was HOH last week and he burnt a lot of bridges. He has Keanu based like literally he last episode he had Keanu being like, "Oh, I am gonna get myself off the block and I'm coming for each and every one of you guys." That's that obviously put everyone on high alert, but everyone could have like if everyone thought for 2 seconds they could have turned and been like, "Well, wait, this is Jimmy's fault because if Jimmy didn't do this, then maybe we would be safe for a couple of weeks more." Like, but Jimmy wanted to repeat RuPaul Drag Race references and Real Housewives of Atlanta references. I've seen the TikToks. The way the people are clocking that he referencing these shows all the time is sending me. But he's sitting here doing RuPaul Drag Race references on live TV, not getting clocked by CBS, who literally like Paramount owns the rights to RuPaul, so I don't know how they haven't told him to chime down on that. But he's over here making references, thinking that he is like the Big Brother gay, and he's far from that. I talked about that last time, but I feel like, and the fact that he put up like Amy and like Will, people that even though people want Amy sent home, people liked Amy. People also, as we've seen, love Will. So the fact that like he put both of those people up as a result of the double vetoes last week, and the fact that like Mickey was pissed and like extremely upset by who got sent home last week, I feel like he was the obvious pick. So for her to not pick him, she gotta go next week. I think she gotta go. Pack it up. Pack this little white girl up and send her home. Um, but that's my thoughts on the eliminations. Like it just really was not. It wasn't cute. I wasn't gagging.
I also wanna add. I almost feel like in retrospect, maybe this is crazy, but I
Mhm.
almost feel like maybe leaving off Kelly or Keanu off the block would have been a smarter choice in
That's what I was
retrospect.
thinking. Like, I feel like.
Because like the Angela route, like the more
Mhm.
dangerous you make yourself, why even go after a Keanu or a Kelly?
Right.
Like people are gonna want them out anyway. Like it's not like
Exactly.
they're a threat to win the game.
Exactly. Plus, like, the thing is, like, I feel like Kelly was gonna go up like Kelly could have gone up anyways. I feel like that was someone who was gonna like Keanu and Kelly were kind of on luck, I would say. But I feel like from a strategic perspective, they should have went like put Kelly up first and then leave Keanu for like next week because one, that's great TV. I feel like Kelly, as much as she's like been doing this like get on the block thing and being obnoxious, she really isn't that interesting as a Big Brother contestant. Like she's just annoying, and like obviously people hate annoying people, even though that they themselves can be annoying. But the fact that like they could have packed her up immediately and everyone would have been fine. But I feel like it would have been interesting, as you say, like going the Angela route, keeping Keanu on for a little bit. And he was already like a guaranteed target. Once he said like I'm coming for each and every one of you one by one, everyone already was gonna be like, oh, we gotta get Keanu at the house. So if it like you could have left him off this week and had somebody else get him next week and been done. But no, you had to pick the most obvious ones and like put all your ducks in a row. I hate this for Will because I know Will's gonna get sent home, and I hate that for my man Bed.
I don't think he's really at a threat of being sent home. I think there are more people like Will, and I think that's going to keep him alive for a minute.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it, let me think for 2 seconds. You're right. um,
I
I feel
always
like
am.
I mean pawns do get sent home, as you said. So like maybe people might just
True,
change their minds. We never know, or maybe like Will does
true, but I
something.
don't know. Like, who would
Maybe
he
like
have to
there's
beat up
also we
again?
also have like a good week before the eliminations like really go off. So there's a chance that like there's an off cuff chance that Will does something diabolical, and people are just like, okay, he can go, even though people love Will right now. Like
Mm,
we never know. We just got to keep watching the live feeds and
true.
watch the episodes. But I think who do you think is
That's what
gonna
I'm
get?
hoping
Who do
Riley
you
does,
think?
so he we can get him out of here.
Yeah, who do you think is getting veto this week though? Or like, yeah,
I actually know who it is. I can't tell you who it is.
we'll
My
discuss it
bad.
off the stream. Um,
Do you want to know who it is?
yeah, yeah, I'm down. Do you want to like? Do you want me to spoiler warn it on the stream and we can talk about it on the stream, or like, do you want to
Uh,
like? Do you want to talk about it privately?
we'll keep it private. We'll keep it private. But I
Okay,
do
we'll
know who
keep
it
it
is.
private.
And it makes it funnier. What I do know is actually, oh no, because that's also a live stream spoiler. I will say the people she's talking to currently, like as of like recently, right
Mm-hmm.
now, of who the replacement is, are very interesting because it seems like without saying anything, without putting out names,
Mm-hmm.
people are leaning her towards making a big move potentially. Right now, she's kind of
Interesting.
in between putting up someone who's a bit, I'd say, more of an interesting pick than like Keanu or Kelly, but like
Mm-hmm.
certainly like not the biggest move, not the craziest move, or like making a legitimately big move. So
Okay.
she's kind of in between two places, and I think she's leaning towards making a big move. I hope she does, just for the sake of
I
entertainment.
don't know, because she seemed not to be that smart. As Mickey clocked in this episode, she seemed.
She seems a bit
By the way,
like she seems
I
like
thought it was
hoping like
funny
a
as hell
vehicle.
that Mickey was talking to Jemmy about this lady, and Mickey was like, she's, and she made that face about her being like dumb as shit. I think that was hilarious. But I agree with her. I think that she's gonna hear like everyone come to her and make and like and she's gonna deliberate on this decision because that's obviously what you should do for television. But I think she's gonna make like the worst of the decisions because she already made the worst set of decisions this elimination or like for this
What's so
HOH
funny
nomination.
is I was literally checking the Big Brother updates on Twitter as you were
Mm-hmm.
saying that, and
Uh oh.
this no spoilers, but like literal quote from the live stream, like as of a few minutes ago. Quote from Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
She, Lauren, basically said she didn't come up with it on her own. Mickey, of course she didn't. She Ashley, she was literally was like, this wasn't my own thoughts. Mickey, which is crazy.
Yeah,
So she's
that
yeah,
tracks.
yeah.
That in fact tracks. Um, wow. Um, yeah. Well, we will wait and see. Obviously, like we have a good couple of days before Thursday's episode. Um, will you be joining the stream for Thursday, Aiden?
Maybe I don't know.
This is the mystery of it all. The mystery is whether a
This is the
what
mystery. This is
the
the
well,
real
there's
figure of the
there's two
mystery.
mysteries going on with these recaps. One, if I'm gonna end up doing the recaps, because I feel like I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna do the recaps every episode drop Thursdays and Sundays, and I like skip it for like a week, and I'm like, hey guys, and I act like nothing happened. So that's
um,
mystery number one, and
guys,
then guys, um, guys, um, guys, um.
there's a good chance there's it could go either way. Let's see.
This is the mystery
What
of it.
happens?
Yeah.
Because I have a life.
We all have
Unfortunately,
lives.
sadly.
Unfortunately, we're as unemployed people. Well, I was about to say unemployed people.
Well, I was gonna
Well,
say not all of us.
not all
Vince
of us are.
proudly does not
Vince is probably unemployed. Now we are employed. As employed
employed.
people, we have lives. But y'all
Vince,
are gonna get the streams. Do we have anything else to add? This is a fairly short stream. We're only here for like 26 minutes.
I know. I was gonna say there's not much happened. Here's the thing. They're making boring choices, which is
They are
listen.
making
I get it.
boring
If I
choices.
was in the house, I'd be making some boring ass choices too.
Yeah.
But I think I really to sum it up, I want to bring up another quote from
Mm-hmm.
live streams today, which is a quote from Mickey. She, Lauren, is a sweet girl, but I just don't think this game is built for her.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, it's not for her. She can't make a decision. And that just
Yeah.
generally see. I feel like that's going to be the vibe for the next
That is
couple
gonna be the
episodes.
vibe, and you kind of got a glimpse of that this episode already, because like you have like every single person sitting down with her and basically telling her what to do, and she's just like, "Yeah, you're right," and she's in the confessionals being like, "Oh, should I do this, guys? I can't decide." You remember that video, that TikTok of the TikTok that's like, oh, like your printer when you ask it to like print a sheet of paper, and, and this lady's in, like acting as a printer, and she's just like, should I do it, guys? I can't decide. Like that's literally Lauren. Like she literally sits up in that house and it's just like, I don't know what decision to make, and everyone's like, you should do this decision, and she's like, oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like maybe. Like that's literally her, and I hate that that's something that we're gonna have to deal with again next episode.
It's giving like Mackenzie, but the thing is, Mackenzie. Here's the thing: when Mackenzie was doing it, she was getting controlled by like the best person in the game,
Mhm.
at least, and she was like also a comp piece.
Yeah,
Lauren, well, I mean, Lauren could be a comp piece. We don't know, but
yes.
she she's just. I had
She's not
high hopes. I was
interesting.
hoping, yeah,
She's just not an interesting
I was
girl.
hoping. I was just hoping she. Here's the thing: she really that her and Catherine specifically reminded me of Mackenzie and Leah from last season. We didn't
Hmm.
see much of them outside of like they have their thing. They kind of had a thing in week two. They disappeared for like the rest of the pre-jury for the most part, and then they became like main characters of the second half. And I thought that was kind of where we were headed in a similar thing. I was interested to see what was going on with
Hmm.
Lauren, at least. And she isn't making any cool moves.
No, she's not.
So, okay. Like, I mean, again, listen, I get it, but like, I don't think she's really setting, she's not doing anything that's going to kill her game, in my opinion. But I also, I mean, she's kind of killing her game in the sense that she's not, why would people keep her? Why would she
Right.
win?
Right.
Even if she makes it to the end, like, what did she do?
Right.
If this is what she's doing, if she's just trying to please the rest of the house, I don't know.
Yeah. Pleasing
Yeah,
pleasing the house is not gonna get you nowhere. Um,
when Mickey becomes HOH next week,
who needs to come HOH next week?
when Mickey,
Well, yes, the queen. I'm ready for the queen to
Oh
step
my
on her
god!
throne. I think that that's gonna be
And
very
then
exciting.
Jimmy, Riley, and Zach are all on the. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
Yes, yes. Who do you?
Lord bless
Oh,
us.
like, oh gosh, who is like? This is that sounds like Christmas to me. Like that sounds like Christmas, literally in July. But
Yes.
um,
What were you gonna
or
say?
huh?
What were you gonna say? You were gonna
Oh
say something, and then you didn't
no.
say it. What were you
Well,
gonna say?
no. Oh, and oh no. I was just like, it's like Christmas in July, and that's really it. Um.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, any last thoughts before we wrap this quick little stream up?
Uh, have you all seen Arthur Christmas? Let me know in the comments.
What? Okay. So, oh no, we not watching that. um. All right, guys. I will say this: if the streams are as short as like they are, I think if next episode we might just do hot topics. Like we might need to do a quick like we do Big Brother recap and we do like um
Ooh,
office hours right after that because it would be interesting going back
ooh,
and forth
wait.
with you.
Is there any interesting topics right now? Hot Topic, the
Um,
store. I went in there today. I went to Hot Topic.
and how was hot topic?
It makes me feel old every time I'm in it. I
Well, yeah,
feel
because
old.
well,
I feel
I was about to
I'm
clock you a
I'm
little bit,
pushing it.
but you're like we're you're not pushing it. We're both
I'm pushing
21.
40, man. I'm pushing 40.
Well, not necessarily. Um,
Well, it's just like it's a bunch of young emo kids, and they're all like 16, and they're all like into Amazing Digital Circus. I'm like, I don't, I'm out of it. I mean, I'm not out of it,
you're
but I'm
not
out
with
of
it.
it.
You're like, oh nah, we not doing this. Um,
No, no. Oh, Baddies
no,
Africa. We can talk about baddies.
we are not talking about no goddamn baddies on no fucking cake radio. I know you. I know you're lying. I feel like there hasn't really been anything like, cause like the only big like hot topic that we have had so far was the flow situation, and both you and I talked about it
True.
privately, and I already did an episode on
Oh,
Cake
I
Radio
got
Show
my
about
opinion
it.
on that.
We could talk about
Georgia,
that.
get out of there. Oh, I'm mad.
Ooh,
Yeah, if you wanted me to
yeah,
talk about it, you need to be
yeah.
mad as hell at Georgia. She's fumbling her own. She's literally fumbling it. She's fumbling it. I'm
Yeah,
watching it in real time, ruining it. She's fumbling. What is she doing? Ah,
yeah. We can talk about that because I talked about it on the podcast. Speaking of plug hashtag ad, if you guys did not tune into this week's episode of the Cake Radio Show, be sure to tune into the episode of me talking about the flow situation on the channel, please. I was eating breakfast in the middle of the episode because I didn't care that much, but
you were
uh,
wait. I didn't watch it. You were eating breakfast in the middle of
yes,
it.
I had like an omelet scrambler, and
Okay,
I was just like digging in. And there was like several times throughout the episode in which I was like, "Wait, guys, let me get a bite." I was giving mukbang. I was serving mukbang teas. Like it was crazy, but the episode. Well, yeah, the episode's out. So if y'all want to stream it. Tune in. Um, but no, like, we can dig into our thoughts. What do you think about the situation? Because I've obviously already talked about mine
um,
to the people.
like I mean, I kind of said what I thought in more detail.
Mhm.
Flow. Here's the thing. I'm not. Here's the thing. They had a good album. They had actually a really good album. In fact, like a really good classic 2000 style R&B pop album, and they
Mhm.
had actual momentum. They had not a huge single, but they have a cult fan base. They have a couple hits on the album. Not
Mhm.
huge hits, but like like 18, 20 million streams on Spotify. Like they're building momentum. They're on tour. They're doing everything they need to really be doing. And then I I think what makes me the most mad is that we wouldn't even know about this if she didn't decide to get her little clapback on Twitter. Everyone wants to be Regina George. Everyone wants to have their cute little, oh, uh, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
so she decides to announce to everyone on Twitter, hey, we haven't paid anyone. We paid we skipped a style And it's like, oh, like, we literally can't pay this person.
Mm-hmm.
She then makes another tweet after the situation already blows up, and people are already like, hey, what? Why aren't you paying this person? Then you have a she has another tweet the next day and says, "We don't pay for unfinished work," which it was finished work. A stylist isn't in control of the materials. You broke the damn suit yourself, and then blaming it on the person saying you're not going to pay for it. What?
Right.
That's I'm no lawyer, but that seems like legally liable. Like you
Mm-hmm.
actually could be held. Like, and then to find out her so then there's the Instagram story where everyone's like, "Oh no, guys, don't worry. Her management said something."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a look at this management. It's not their real label. It is her boyfriend's. I guess management. I guess this is her management. Is just her boyfriend.
The management, the blogger, a
Uh,
blogger, same shit. I
random
think,
guy,
but literally Lex Luthor.
bald man at that. Listen, I don't hate. Listen. He's bald,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? That's fine, but it's not helping the situation.
Yeah. Um.
And then I think what makes me even more mad is that she's trying to go back to posting like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Deluxe album two. We don't. You're broke. You have no money. What do you need
Well,
album
they're
two?
they're
Who are
teasing
you
album two
recording at?
because they need y'all to buy the album so that they can pay her, the lady. Um.
Good point. I've never seen anyone. I've never seen instead of doing a boycott, they were streaming their music to make sure they could pay for that lady's style. Like they're
it.
broke. They just announced to everyone
I
they're
feel like
broke.
it's such a trend though. Like I feel because I remember the like this is you probably don't remember this, but remember when like that lawsuit came out for like Chloe Bailey when they said that like she allegedly like I think she like alleged there's alleged like plagiarism on like one of the songs that she like put out or something like that, or like no she didn't pay alleged wait I'm forgetting what it was like. She allegedly either like didn't pay a producer for Trouble in Paradise, or like she didn't properly pay or credit like a songwriter on one of the songs for the album, and like she didn't comment on it obviously because she is partnered to Parkwood. Like she has PR. You want to talk about PR? The Parkwood team is they don't play, but you had fans on Twitter being like, "Guys, stream this song so we can pay." Or like there would also be tweets being like, "Oh, like Chloe, what do you have to say about this?" And it's like Chloe being like, "Do you ever wonder like who else is your man?" And like Body Do plays, and the court is like, she wins, a court case thrown out. Like it, like some fans can be unserious, but I also just think that like I think with I think because it's a girl group and a lot of people want a girl group to like really break out mainstream. We haven't really had like a well, like technically we do have some. There's like the K-pop girls, but people want like um I think people
Like
want like
Destiny's Child.
yeah, people want like a Destiny's Child to like come through. Or even like a pop girl group to like come through like that cuz I feel like people I think after I did the Fifth Harmony like reunion episode, I realized how much people like want like a Fifth Harmony type group in rotation again, as much as people were dragging on the group.
Mm,
So I think that there is like an audience for that and people who want that. Um, but on one hand, I feel like labels, and I feel like people kept talking about it with the flow situation because people were like, "Oh, like why hasn't the label stepped in?" or like why hasn't management stepped in? Until we found out about the ball guy. But I don't think that the ball guy is really their management. I just think that that's a scheme that Todd set up just to try to like cool things down and have the fans be like, "Oh, their management said this, guys. Like, drop it." Like I feel like it was just like a crumb to like lead people astray, and I feel like they just legit don't have management. Um, but I think that there
mm,
is a big issue with the industry right now that artists have already talked about, in which like music isn't making money, and obviously like music hasn't really. I feel like music isn't profitable obviously because of streaming. Like they haven't made it so that streaming an album and the success of an album on streaming is as successful or profitable as it was like back in the old days, not to sound like a boomer, back in the old days when like everybody was buying the albums, buying the CDs, buying the vinyl, they was going to the
Mhm.
tour and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
but and like part of it obviously is like a consequence of that design. Like obviously streaming is trying to be low cost and you can only do so much with a stream. Like Billboard obviously isn't valuing a stream as much as a regular purchase of an album for a good reason. And it's obviously not being like they're
Hmm.
not paying the artist that amount as you would get as they would earn through like a CD or a vinyl sale. So they're not making as much money anymore. And obviously, like everyone wants to be like an influencer now, so they can make money off of these projects and make money off of themselves. So they're obviously going to be doing the brand deals. They're going to be doing the collabs. They're going to be doing this and that. Um, I've seen people talk about it recently with Tyla's new mixtape that came out, in which people are like, "Oh, like, why is it just 4 songs? Like, why aren't they promoting it like this?" I think that the labels are like we need to try to cut as much cost as possible so we can still be profitable, and it's digging into the um the artist process. So obviously the artists have to like figure out a way to like work around that. So there's that issue. So I think has like not really broken out to the mainstream as a result of that consequence because of the fact that like the industry isn't putting much money into them, and I think with like girl groups and R&B groups, like there's kind of like a Showtime at the Apollo effect um where essentially like people are gonna like drag the artists until like they really have like an undisputable um like chart dropping hit, and then they're like, we fuck with you, like it's something like that. um and I feel like with Access All Areas they were so close because they had like In My Bag with Glorilla. They was doing they had the unlocked out the deluxe. We can't really call it a deluxe because they're saying that there's going to be another deluxe, but they had the extended version with like Chloe and Halle and like Kalani um on it. Like they was doing remixes and all that type of stuff. I think that they were so close to really breaking through, but this came up. And I think that we're now going to be at
Hmm.
the point in which the like even if they're like able to move past this, which I doubt, people are still going to like come back and be like, "Oh, aren't y'all the ones that wasn't paying y'all stylists?" And then the creative industry is
Yeah.
also going to be like avoiding working with them because now they're going to know that they're mean girls allegedly.
Yeah.
Um
Well, now here's the thing. They're not. Here's the thing. Ellen was undisputably a mean girl.
mhm,
She had a very hostile workplace environment, but
mhm,
her show was immensely popular. If
exactly.
you worked for Ellen, that was a massive like you worked for Ellen. You were
Mhm.
on Ellen. So she could get away, as bad as it was, she could get away with being a terrible person to all these
Well,
people.
yeah, like
Flo,
people
what is a
will
Flo cosign?
exactly. I well, because there's the truth that like people will support anybody like no matter how bad they are as long as the stuff they're getting is good or at least like
Yep.
desirable. That's why like
Yeah.
that's why even after that's why Lizzo's comeback hasn't been sticking because like even though she kind of like has been putting out some like even though like she kind of came back and like has discussed the like lawsuit and that situation, people still remember the lawsuit. They feel like she hasn't like quote unquote atoned or like fully answered for that
Hmm.
lawsuit, and the music that she's putting out isn't that good. So like there's that issue. I think,
Yeah. If
and
it's a
I think with
weird place where, oh my bad,
no, you're good. You go ahead.
it's a weird place where if I truly think, well, when misogyny, racism does play a part into Lizzo's thing. Even
Mm-hmm.
though I want to make it clear, she did a very bad thing, and she clearly
Mm-hmm.
did it. But allegedly, possibly,
Allegedly.
maybe.
Uh,
But
Probably not a good time to get sued right now.
if she was making, I'll say this, if she was making the music she was making in 2019, I think she could have gotten away with it, like for real.
Yeah.
But she's making the music she's making now, and the music
Mm-hmm.
sucks. Kanye got away with the Trump stuff in 2018 because he put out Yay and put out Kids See Ghosts and put out Daytona and all this.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is not getting away with it as much anymore because not only is it way more extreme now, but he put out Vultures. And let's be real, Vultures is dog shit. So
No, you can't be on my mama
it's
album.
a weird, yeah. It's people will make excuses if the music's good,
Yeah.
no matter what.
But I feel like for Flow, like they haven't had like they have music that's like cute, and there's people that like the music. I mean, I like Flow songs. Like I like the music. I was at the tour. Um, but I feel like people don't love Flow, and there hasn't been a song that like people
Hmm.
at university like loved just yet. So I think that they've maybe the bag has been stopped. They're not in their bag no more. The bag is empty.
Well, it's confirmed they're not in their bag. They were never in
Yeah.
their bag. Clearly,
Yeah.
it's with Flow. Here's the thing. I feel like the style of music Flow is making right now. I don't know if it will be like. Are we due for a Destiny's Child style? Like, is that type of music ready for a cultural comeback? Because girl groups still exist, but they're
Mm-hmm.
K-pop groups.
Right.
They're
I
not
think
Flow.
right. I think that the issue is just that they can be, but there hasn't been anything that like I think people want what people want is a sound that is I should probably change the name of the stream because people are probably coming in thinking that this is still the Big Brother recap and we talking about fucking Flow. Um
We don't listen. Big Brother Flow might be on Big Brother. We don't know.
exactly. They might be on what they might we might invite them on the recap and pay them handsomely so that they can pay the lady for the ex stylist. You know what I'm saying? Um
Listen, this is
but
the best time for you to get Flow on your.
hey guys, Flo, if you're listening to the stream because y'all like Big Brother, y'all be an iconic guest. Aiden and I would love to interview you guys.
Yes,
um,
absolutely.
but I think that people want like a girl group in like the R&B and pop sense, but I think that the thing is they want something that is truly like game changing sound. Like I feel like they want like the Chloe and Halle effect, in which like you know how like with the solo music, people talk about how they don't like the solo music for like their reasons, and they're like, oh, it's just not as strong as like Ungodly Hour, and people still talk about Ungodly Hour and how Ungodly Hour was such this like unique pairing of two different like vocal styles of very different productions and stuff like that was very unique, very standalone. Like people have tried touching on the nachos, but they haven't eaten the nachos. You know what I mean? Um, so I feel like people
Hmm.
want something that is truly groundbreaking for an R&B and pop girl group, but they haven't really gotten that yet. And I feel like Flow hasn't gotten that yet. They've showed us like concepts of the plan. Like they showed us concepts that they can get there, and but it's going to take work. And I think that with this situation it is going to impact, the situation.
Yeah, R&B is in a weird place right now. It's kind of back to being a bit stagnant. Not, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an R&B expert by any means, but it's so it had this huge comeback in like 2015, 2016. You
Mhm.
had people like not Brent Pius, Bryson Tiller. You had things like Trap Soul, or you had like Drake stuff, and you had something new. And we're at the point you had Summer Walker later down the line. You had all these new LMA. You had all these new sounds, and we're at the point now where they've been done and done and done and done. So, and even then, it's not like Trap Soul was like a number. Like, it might have been a number one album. I don't know,
Mhm.
but it wasn't
Right.
like huge. It wasn't like culturally around America.
Right.
It was it was good. It did really well, but it wasn't 2000s 90s. So now R&B is kind of in a weird place where it's not changing all that much, at least in the mainstream. It's kind of the same few artists, and I feel like people, are kind of like tired. They kind of want something new, and
Mhm.
artists, at least in the mainstream, aren't giving them anything new. So why would they, you know, tune in? I mean, Flow's great.
Right.
Access All Areas is a great album, but it's not like
Absolutely.
game changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fun throwback.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a specific style that's great, and I would love to see it make a comeback. But clearly, people aren't that hungry to see it make a comeback. So where do
Right.
we go from
People.
here?
Right. People don't really want like nostalgia plays, and I think that like I think the issue with R&B at the moment is just that people want to do. They either want to do like the nostalgia plays, like the what Flo's doing, or they want to do like that same like as you were kind of hinting on that like Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown,
Mm,
dare I say,
oh,
like style of
no,
rap
no.
or an R&B that people aren't gonna. They
I
don't
mean,
want to listen
people
to.
clearly
They
love.
people. Well, I don't know. Yeah, people seem to like it, unfortunately. But I think that the issue. I think that people.
Someone likes it.
Someone does like it. I mean, look at the streams. But I think that there's I think people are seeing those numbers and are like, oh, we all can do that. But then people collaborate with Chris Brown and then they get hit with controversies and the numbers aren't that good. But I think the issue is just that when
Hmm.
like people want to listen to with that type of stuff, people want to listen to like the people who like established it. Like that's why people still tune into Chris Brown as much as that man is like the literal devil walking. That's why like people still listen to like Bryson Tiller's album, even though people seem to not like the most recent album. Like people want to hear from the people who like originated like that's why Summer Walker still like when she's putting out the singles and stuff like that for this album, which I don't think is coming out at this point because what's this rollout? People still want to tune in and are still like supporting and tuning into that stuff because they were the ones that came up with that sound and like popularized it. But when it comes to like newer artists that go for that sound, they're not hungry because they like why are you trying to it sounds like a worse song that already exists, unfortunately.
Hmm. I almost think the future, at least to me, is almost in that Steve Lacy, Leon Thomas type vibe, like the
I
internet
think
type
that's
thing.
gonna be what's gonna
But
like sneak up. I think it's gonna be that and then like your I feel like your Raven Lenae's will also come up because I feel
yeah,
like Raven Lenae has been on the rise. People want that like alternative style like R&B to come through and I think that
but
that's going to have a
even
audience
then,
of
I'm a little
people.
hesitant to say that because like outside of their big single, like outside of Mutt, has Leon Thomas had a huge solo hit?
Not
I mean, he's
yet.
had a
He's had like a few like here and there, but it obviously like Mutt is the biggest hit.
yeah, and that's what I'm scared people are checking out Love Me Not and then not checking out the rest of her discography, which is great.
Hmm.
Raven Lenae's been making good music for like since like late 2010s. Like she's been making good music.
I wonder how we can
Same thing
like
with
shift. I think that there's also just like a music consumption problem. Like I feel like, and I think people have hinted on this before, but I think like for some reason audiences now are just like, well, I'm not gonna be like this is something that people have hit on because I'm aware of this. This is kind of why I wanting to make stuff like Red Velvet as a project, because and why I'm doing an era for that. But like because like people put projects out and they're like once the era is finished or once they finish doing a tour and stuff like that, they're like, okay, what's next? When's the next album coming out? When's the
mm,
next project coming out? People literally just did that with Cowboy Carter because now that the tour is over, the tour just wrapped up last night. People are like, okay, I can't wait for Act Three. When's Act Three coming out? Y'all don't want to sit with the album a little bit more? Like, we have a lot more that can be given. Like, y'all don't think there's gonna be another movie that comes out or anything like that? Like, we just gonna like we just already off to the next. Like, I feel like people don't go back to albums the way that they used to. I think it's because like we're always like looking for the next thing and looking for the next
mm,
thing, and I think that that's just like and I think that's also something that you see with like concerts and stuff too. Like I feel like a lot of people now are like not willing to like go to concerts or like stick or like they want to go to concerts but they don't want to tune into the opener, or they like go to festivals but they're because they only want to see certain artists they're gonna like avoid other artists that they are not familiar with because they don't want to discover that way. They want to
yeah.
tune into the artist when like they're already kind of on the rise or like they're bubbling under and they about to
Hmm.
pop. Like they don't like they want to do that, and I just think that that's a little. I think that we need to find out how we can shift that perspective.
We live in a very anti-intellectual, anti-trying new things age. Like in a way, some we're kind of split between like people who are into music will always want to find new music. That is
Mm-hmm.
not, and to be fair, there have always been people like this. This is not a new thing. It's not like a brand new thing. But I think it's gotten worse with the streaming age specifically because the
Mm-hmm.
streaming age has encouraged music to be split up into playlisting and radio only, which I
Mm-hmm.
love a good playlist. Do not get me wrong. I love putting shuffle on and streaming. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I also value the album as a work of art, and it's getting lost in the modern age. I mean, this is old by now, but like Culture 2, Migos, that album sucked, and the first Culture is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tight like nothing but bangers. Culture 2 is so many mids. It's like 24 tracks. Three of them stuck around because they just wanted the most money. So they were like, let me just put all these tracks on streaming. People are going to stream them, give us the money. We'll see which ones are the hits. The rest of it we'll just ignore. And that's such
Mm-hmm.
a lame, and that's kind of been, that was the Drake mentality for like all of the late 2010s,
Mm-hmm.
views, more life, all that. Um, we have taught at this point to the consumer, the consumer, the average person who listens to music, who maybe obviously likes music, but isn't really a music person.
Mm-hmm.
They are taught as a consumer, as a customer, to not think too hard, to not. It's devaluing art as a form of expression.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they care about finding the brand new thing? Why would like it? Like there's no point in looking out to finding new original stuff. Look at movies. See what anything is most popular at the time. Lilo and
Mm-hmm.
Stitch was garbage, but it was good for families and was made by a household brand and was a remake of a movie people already knew they liked. So it did $1 billion. It is what it is. They don't need to try. You don't need to put in effort. And it's that makes it so much more frustrating when the Billboard charts this year, if
Mm-hmm.
anyone has paid attention, I've been paying attention to them, have been horrible,
Yeah.
terrible charts. But it's apparently what people are listening to. And I don't mean that in a like, oh, this is a bunch of bad music. No, there's actually good music on the chart. Luther was like #1 for 13 weeks. I love that song
Mm-hmm.
dearly. Love Me Not is on the charts right now. That's a great song. The This year in the Billboard charts, there have been nothing but music from last year. Lose Control, A Bar Song, Tipsy, Beautiful Things, Benson Boone, that sort of thing. And no one wants to find new music. No one wants to support new music. All of the big singles have come and gone. The Drake song, What Did I Miss? That was at #2, and then it left. Daisies, Justin Bieber, seems to kind of be going the way of Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter. Again, Sabrina Carpenter puts out this new song that is different from the short and sweet era, and it does decently. It's #2, then it's like #3, and then it just free falls. No one
Mm-hmm.
is supporting anything new or even from big artists. These aren't even underground artists. No one is just supporting new art. No one is trying new things. No one is like that. It's so frustrating. Like, you don't need to be like, I don't know, you don't need to be like a music aficionado, but it feels like consumers at this point are being told like, hey, don't try anything new. Don't just wait for the next thing to happen. And it's frustrating. Like,
Mm-hmm.
really. I think that's why I value an album like the new Clips album, because it's like, yeah, it's
Yellow
an
diamonds
established
look
artist.
like.
It's Yellow Diamonds look like
No, 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 no,
PP.
no. Ow! They gonna turn on it. This YouTube about to be like unplug the monetization, but no.
I don't think I sounded much. I think that was one bar, and I don't think I sounded anything like Pusha T. I think,
Yeah.
but anyway, the point is, that's an album it's made by like established artists with a sound, but new. It's new sounding. It is quality music. There's time put into it to make sure these are good songs we want to release into the world, and they found critical success from it, but it hasn't been like crazy critical success from it. I mean,
Right.
the critical success, the commercial success. It had a really good debut, especially for a Clips album in 2025, but It wasn't like, oh my god, everyone's listening to the new Cliffs album. I have the
Mm-hmm.
streams right here. Most of these tracks are at like 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was a long-winded way to say no one wants to try new things, and it is really bad for culture. We are at a standstill right now.
It's really bad for the world, but we don't have the time to dig into that. We're gonna end the stream here. Um, thank you guys for tuning
Hey,
in.
you're welcome. I straight up doubled the stream time. You're welcome.
Well, thank you, and I might need to have you on for office hours. You might get booked. You might get some bookings. Mind
Cool.
you, you're also a baddie, so you deserve to be here. Um,
Thank you.
but
Daddy's
I,
Africa.
I, thank you guys for tuning into the Big Brother recap slash surprise office hour stream. I hope you guys enjoyed Aiden and I talking about our thoughts on today and last week's Big Brother episodes, as well as the flow situation and the state of music. Um, if you enjoyed having Aiden on, please give him some love in the comments or on the live chat. Um, the success
Make a
of
vine
these
about me.
streams will bring him back, and he will cry if you guys don't stream. So just stream, just vote, just vote. Um, but but as always, we will talk to you guys next time for the next Big Brother recap. If you did not tune into this live, hopefully you guys got a chance to tune into the replay on YouTube, on Twitch, or on your favorite podcast platform. But be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel where you get everything before everyone else. If you want to tune into stuff like this in a shorter format or in a more edited format, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, where you get shows like Talk Talk, the Cake Radio Show, and a whole lot more. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. Um, we're gonna hop off.